Here you go, John. Thanks, Rob, for staying and coming out. Any questions?
Bernard.
Okay, excuse me, man.
Might you have been able to get back with...
Oh, sorry.
Bernard, might you have been able to get back in the ring within the 20-second period, or was your ankle just, you know, too far gone?
No, I wasn't even thinking about the 20 seconds. I was just thinking about my right ankle felt like a throbbing, like I guess when you make a wrong pivot, twist it like like a sprain, as the doctor said, looks like it, but he don't know. And I know I twisted it when I went out towards the ring. And my thing was I can stand on it, but I need time to get back in the ring, and I need time to be able to see if I can box on it. And the referee asked me, or the commission asked me, and I said I can stand on it, but I just feel it burning. I have it taped up right now from the ankle up like a football player. You know, they get a turf twist, and they twist on the field. So I got a tape right now, but that's all I remember. Until Monica and everybody started saying I hit my head. They said they heard that more than they heard anything, because I just remember bouncing off the ropes, using it as a defense to bounce off the ropes and look for a camera or positioning. And I just felt his body form or whatever, just after a punch, put me out, you know, I couldn't grab the rope. And so I tried to, it wasn't nothing to grab, it was like sort of like a push or a body push with an elbow or form. And that's really all I remember, trying to grab it and went down.
That's one other thing. Was this kid better and a bigger puncher than you had anticipated?
I knew he could punch. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to fight him. As far as chin, as far as taking body shots, I think the momentum was clearly playing out into my hands. And I believe, if you look at the scorecards up to the 8th round, one judge had it me, one judge had him, and the other judge had a draw, I believe. So, I mean, Bernard, that doesn't sound like a guy that's blown a 51-year-old guy out. And everybody that followed me in my whole career know that I'm not a guy that win the first 4 or 5 rounds of a fight, in any fight, except for Murata Carr. So, I mean, that's just the way my fighting style has been. And I think that Joe got a little frustrated. I mean, think about it. I don't like to use age for disadvantage or advantage, but I can see a 27-year-old guy that can, like you said, punch, big, strong, and you're in there with a guy that's 51 years old. I mean, he's supposed to be frustrated 8 rounds, and he's not blowing me out. So I think he really got frustrated, and you know, do what you can do. But I don't complain. I just let the fans see. I just let, you know, whatever take place. And whoever watches it, whoever sees it, whoever governs it, then I'd rather for them to say something to me, act like I'm crying and whining about something. But it is what it is. You see what you see. Am I comfortable with it? Am I pleased with it? No. But am I going to talk about it for the rest of the year? No. Because y'all, the people, they speak for me, whether they speak that I agree or speak that I disagree. But one thing about watching it yourself and watching it tomorrow or watching it whenever, they can see the work that was being done, and things unfortunately happen, but you know, they called it the way they called it. They gave him the fight, I guess, for not being able to return the ring in 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever. Next question.
Straight Freddie Bernard.
Thank you.
Now that your career is over, and I know it didn't end the way that you wanted it to end with a victory, but can you just in any way sum up the 20-year career that you had, despite the unfortunate way that the fight ended tonight?
Between the ankle and the back of my head hitting the ground, I feel worse now than I felt when I was 25. Based on, I mean, I didn't know I hit my head that hard until everybody started telling me. And, you know, I don't want to end like I don't want the fight like to end the way it was. I'd rather get beat. I'd rather get a win or something where it's clear to everybody. But it seemed like in spots in my career where there's either controversy or the rules or whatever, because it's past 4 rounds or 5 rounds, I guess, in the state of California. But at the end of the day, like, I can go and talk about this in my career, talk about that in my career, and we'd be here for 2 days. But I can say that I'm probably the only fighter in history that been pushed out of the ring by 2 fighters in my time, 27, 8, 29 years in boxing. Robin Island, which was a title defense, and of course, yesterday. Next.
Bernard, over here. To your right. I know the way that the fight played out, I mean, is this the end, or do you feel that you would want to right what was wrong tonight?
I'm gonna say it one last time. I'm really serious about this because as my team, not only personal team, but my team, Golden Boy, I can also say my family with HBO, all the HBO people that's backing me, behind me, and support me. Win, lose. I mean, y'all know, I know y'all don't believe most fighters, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, but trust me, if it would have been the other way around, with no, if you want to call this a misfortune, that's what I call that, or a controversy, whatever. Win, lose, Bernard, Dan Raphael. I told y'all both the same thing, you know y'all didn't ask the question, but I told the main writers in boxing, Ron Burgess. I mean, when you talk about those 3 names, win, lose, or draw, or controversy. I said that, y'all. And that's it. I mean, y'all can keep asking me, I'm not getting, you know, trust me, I'll just tell you the same thing, but I think time is going to really say it all, because I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks, in January 15th. Then I'll be 53, God willing. And if anyone of y'all still around, I'm 60, y'all gonna ask me if I'm gonna do one more, then that's on y'all. Because I still would look like I probably can. But I'm not. And this is the fight that I wanted, a meaningful fight, not a cherry pick. And that's why the fans love me, that's why I love the fans. Whether East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, South, doesn't matter. I take on the baddest, the biggest in my era, and my era was going 2 eras ago, remind me. So, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. because my team, you know, asked me to hurry for the promotion. And also HB, Peter Nelson, and all the guys, they backed me because they knew I wanted this fight.
Learn the lingo.
My last and final one. And so, however it ended, I ended with a conversation. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. But who would think I'd give y'all something to talk about at the end of the year to go into 2017? Whatever y'all opinion is about. But I tell you, I felt good. I felt that like most fights that I fought, I come on at the time where I figure the puzzle out and then I execute. Any more questions?
Bernard, you said this was the round I was going to make something happen of the 8th round. What was your plan of attack, you know, for the fight's remaining rounds?
Thank you. Back to the body. I was hitting some good body shots, and I heard him respond to those good body shots, and he was missing. He was missing with most of his punches, and frustrated. And I just see him get frustrated. And I just wanted to hang in there, weather the storm. If you can take it, you can make it. And that's what I kept saying in my mind. If you can take it, you can make it, because he based everything on a power punch. And I knew I could take a good punch. As you've seen tonight, I knew I could take a good punch. Now can you take accumulation of punches where I know if I take them in deep water, then I know I'd be able to go ahead and slow the big giant down. And he started slowing down around the 6th and the 7th when I was cutting into the body shots and throwing my combinations and I was getting my rhythm. I noticed that he was slowing down. I noticed his punches wasn't effective as they was the first 3 or 4 rounds. Any more? Well, I didn't know it was all over. I didn't know that if I wasn't going to get back in, that was all over. I just knew that I was going to get some time over here to walk with it. Well, the commission did ask me if I would go back in the ring. And I said, yeah. They said, can you stand on it? And I said, I feel it when I stand on it, it's thriving. And he said, well, I don't want you to go back in there. And that's when they said, you can't go back in the ring. And I know how I feel when you either twist your ankle or you tweak it. So.
All right, Bernard, you've had an amazing career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished, and we respect you and we love you. And hey, now it's time for some HBO commentating and building champions at Golden Boy Promotions. So everybody, round of applause for the champ. So thank you very much, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and now we have Jordan Guardia to introduce